you need to lay things out, and it's very difficult if you don't have CSS grids. Take one and... Oh, I'm having fun now. I'm Benedict Hobart. I'm a front-end engineer at Meta. Bootstrap is a very popular CSS framework, CSS library used to help quickly build websites. It has a lot of primitives that you'll commonly need when styling buttons or styling rows or styling grids. And then there's grids, which is a CSS layout spec that allows you to lay items out in a grid, which was previously a very complicated task. I know it sounds simple, but you can say, I want this item to be at this part of the grid and in this row and in this row. And helps you make more responsive apps as well. I learned about it years ago, I think probably in 2017 or 2016, and there is a whole class of layouts that are much more easily solved by grids than by previous layout approaches. You need to do a lot of computation in JavaScript to know the widths and heights of images and where to put them and how to get them to lay out at the screen. But if you've got CSS grids, it's just one line of code to then get things to lay out in a performant way that's responsive and reliable. Generally, you put a bunch of different layouts together when you're building a website. So you might use a grid spec in one spot, say in a table-based layout that you want to be responsive. But then you might use another layout that contains a grid and wraps it. And it's important to learn how to lay out items so you can build an app and define its layout in a flexible way. So being able to say, I want this to appear at the bottom of the screen when it's a footer, or appear as a tab bar at the top of the screen. I think there's a number of reasons you want to learn how to do it. I think most websites could be reduced to a grid. Knowing one layout and how one layout works in detail allows you to take that knowledge to easily learn future layouts that you might want to build. Starting off with one and getting a good grasp of that is a really good foundation to let you learn other layout engines. And if you ever want to move beyond web into iOS and Android, they've probably got their own layout engines that they use. I hope you develop a good understanding of how to use grids in your app and how it can be useful. I hope you understand that it's just one thing in a broader set of layout specs that you can use in the browser. And I guess more importantly, I hope you develop a strong foundation here that you can take into your career and learn other layout specs and how to build the next generation of apps.